off, I think it'd be interesting to hear their perspective on how this most recent election will impact their life. And I've been talking with them some about it. The election, regardless what the outcome is, it will have the greatest impact on their life, because it usually takes policies about 10 years to truly impact the rest of us. And so it'll have a tremendous impact on their lives as well as people in poverty. But I'd like to get their opinions, and we could start at this end.
Okay. So I'm Tiara DeBose, again, as introduced earlier. I believe the biggest impact that the election will have on our generation is that we will have to become measured in our response and not be so instinctive, or we have to think before we react, because I have colleagues who have already encountered instances where the president's views have been has been expressed to them, and they've been called outside of their names. And I think it was interesting that when the election happened, the first meme that went viral was, "We're not our ancestors, we'll beat your butt," in other words, though. But that's not the answer, though. A race war is not the answer. And I feel that now our generation will be held accountable for their actions, and we have to begin to implement forward thinking, because we can't just react out of anger anymore. It's not going to be acceptable, because it's not going to begin to get any results. So I think we'll have to grow as a result of this election.
My name once again is Jamari Johnson. I think there's two things that this whole election has showed us. The first thing is just to show the power of politics, I guess, within business, and that is that no matter how much experience you do or don't have, it does not change where you can go, whether for the better or for the worse. So I guess it's just showing on how, based on who you know, can take you very far. Maybe, once again, fortunately or unfortunately. And another thing is that within our generation, we're being shown as far as the power of understanding each other, because during the whole election season, prior to even, a lot of things have come up, and all it is just revealing what has already been going on. However, we're learning on how to navigate through it all.
Hi, I'm Josiane, and like Tiara was saying, I have friends at my school who are Muslim, and they have encountered some, racially discriminatory comments from people. Someone was saying something about, hijabs are not allowed here anymore. They're trying to take away their hijabs or whatnot. So, definitely what you said about growing. Sometimes, the best thing is to not say anything rude back, just be the mature person in that situation, and respond to it, just like it was normal, and and at one point they will have to stop, because if you keep doing something, it's not working, eventually you have to stop. So I think that's probably the best approach to the election.
Hi everyone, my name is Kai Gums. In regards to the election, I think right now what's imperative is that after the fact, that since the polls have closed, since we have elected our new president, it's imperative now to make sure that we understand that accountability has to be the #1 priority amongst everyone. There were things said in this election, beside politics, that disenfranchised, that hurt different groups. Basically any group that wasn't a white male. That's something that we cannot afford to ignore when this administration takes office. The thing is, when you spew hatred and you spew oppression and you win off of that, then that's time for the electorate or the people of the United States to now look into themselves and ask, how did it happen, and what does that say about our society? That's what this election did for me. It wasn't, for the first time you look at the presidential election and you don't see politics. What you saw was hateful rhetoric and the ideals and values that we say we do not hold winning.